Alright, good morning. Welcome back to Multitrader. Well, please. Right. So last time we had just started playing this version of the prototype, and I didn't have any of the maps extracted. So now that I have, I didn't start the TR views though, so let me do that real quick. That here, we get the TR view started, and we'll start checking if there's any map that's worth playing in there. There should be a few changes from last time. The underwater bug was fixed, but not the crouching one. The getting out of crawl space one. So let's, I think. So we'll double check that. Alright, let's just get the game open, the TR views open. Free data. Here I'm going to have to tell you which is which. There we go. Okay, so we have the fish here. We might as well go check that. Because we didn't have the fish in the version of the house before. Music trigger here. Oh yeah, the bathhouse, the swimming pool actually extends a bit further than inside than outside. Don't think there's anything else much to see. By the way, if you're curious, there is I just noticed that there is a reset for the zip line here. So when you do the training course, of course you use the zip line here, and if there was not this reset trigger here, you could only use it once. You could only do the run once. Okay, let's check real quick. We didn't have moving fishes in the previous versions of this, I don't think. So let's see if they work properly. We can do that real quick.
Welcome back to my humble abode. Feel free to take a look around.
We're missing a lot of sounds, it looks like.
Let's go into the gym. Those of you who've been here before may notice the new decor. What do you think? Well, let's do some exercises. I think we should do them in order.
Okay, so the music is resetting properly after each piece of dialogue, which I'm not even sure it does in Final, to be honest. How did we open the underground passage already? I forgot. Lara's model is still broken in this. It's been broken the entire time. Every version I've played, you've got Lara's head just breaking away for some reason. Okay, how do you open this again? I need to TR-view this again because I forgot. Because it's not the same as TR2. Door. items, switch and switch. Oh right, we have to do the whole fireplace thing. Let's do that real quick. That's right. Hey Winston. Bye Winston.
If you want to look around, press and hold the look button. Then press in the direction you want to look.
Looks like it's still the old sprint animations. Control and forward for the ladder seems to work better than before, where she would end up grabbing super low. Now it seems to be grabbing at the proper height. So we're starting to get there. Still got a very broken Nara model for this. Do we not have sounds because I need to put the volume up? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Something is making sounds in the background. That might be because I activated the sound mid-game. Not sure why I don't actually need to move that one. Because I can absolutely just go there. Else is going to be different. If you want to test the coin bike, you can do that in okay, doesn't look like we have the fishes. Unless I need to get in the water for them to spawn. Because the triggers are there in TR view, but it doesn't look like they do anything yet. Interesting how late that was actually implemented. Yeah, no, there's no fishes. Right. Probably all we care about in this level. Shouldn't be anything particularly interesting in India, in temple ruins, in jungle I mean, because that was pretty much finished last we played this. Jungle.psx. Like, the main difference we had with Final was the entire current thing here. And it looks like we still have this puzzle with the switch on the wall here, which we do not have in Final. This puzzle works kind of differently in Final. You don't have the current at all, and you don't have this switch here. There's still the texture there for it, but don't have the... Oh, by the way, Mike is far away. Yeah, don't have the switch here. That puzzle was remade. That's pretty much the only difference we've had this entire time. This level was always very close to completion. It's one of the levels that didn't see a lot of changes. we have this entire room outside here? Where is this? It's over here. Yeah, we do. Like we've always had that as well. Right. So this level, not any point playing that. Temple.psx. Okay, we still have the hall here, which they blocked in final. Don't think there's much else to see either. Here. We still have the logic with the gates on the roof here, compared to final, where final you have the water coming from the bottom instead. Not really much else to see. Do we have secret triggers at this point? It looks like we do have secret triggers. Okay, what are the secrets in this level? We might check the previous one as well. Let me check jungle again. Do we have the secret triggers? Well, we'll not have this one here. We do have the secret trigger here. So we're starting to have some secrets. Let me check the previous version of this. I don't think we had secrets in the last version. If I open jungle in the 10.13 version. Jungle. No, we did have the secret trigger. We have another secret trigger. It is secret 0 though, so that might be why it's not working. Because it says secret 0. What does it say in final? Where are we? Where do we start here? Secret 0, secret 1. Right, they're both secret 0 in this version. And you have secret 0, secret 1 in final. So something... that might be why the secrets do not work properly, question mark. I could check the other locations. Because we have a secret in the... here. So we do have a secret, it's secret 0 as well. But we are starting to get the secret triggers. This is still wide open. They closed that in final. And this opening as well. They haven't put a secret behind it. Saves crystal behind it. This is different in final. That I remember, that was a difference as well. And they've made the hole here for the secret down here as well. Right. And there is a secret up here in final. And the way this works if I activate geometry is this is open, the rest is invisible walls. That secret does not exist yet. So interesting, we're starting to get there in terms of secrets. Still not going to play this, don't think there's any point, but interesting that we're getting there in terms of the secrets. Oh, we have this one as well. Also, there's harpoons here. I don't think I've ever noticed that there's harpoons here, because not very visible on the ground. Okay, so we're getting there. Got like 4 out of 5 secrets, basically. Jungle. That's the one I was playing. I got 3 out of 5 secrets or something. There's a lot of secrets in this one in final. Temple. Right. We don't have most of the item on top of the branches yet, so like the previous version. Pretty sure this flare is placeholder. We still have the opening visible here. Let's see. This is properly a secret now. So we've got the hole here. We still have the old TR2 style moving walls, spike walls. So that's interesting as well. They changed that really late. Right, so this is a secret. It's still secret 0. Kinda want to just start the level to see if we have a secret count in the level. Like, I can test the first two secrets of jungle and see if they work separately. Because the TRU says secret 0 for both of them. Fast forward this, there we go. Yeah, secret found none, okay. So far so good. Let me get out. Thank you. So we don't have the secret on the side here yet. Okay, we have the fixed view for items. So it looks like that's what they were trying to do at this point in dev. They didn't want to scratch the entire thing quite yet. Yeah, I'm not getting... I just passed through the secret trigger. Didn't get the sound. So the secret trigger is just not working at all. So that's interesting. Going to check the other one, but... very much doubt I'm going to get anything different. Nope. Well, not like that. Okay, that's probably all for this, actually. Okay, what secrets did we have here? Even though the triggers don't work, I can check if they started putting them or not, and if the secrets do exist. So we have a hole here, and I think the idea of the hole is in order to prevent people from going back through the door as the door closes. So I expect they had some soft locks, because there's a bunch of... There's a pair of door here, a pair of door here, and another one here, and all of them are supposed to be one way. And the trigger is right here, which means you can step on the trigger and then step back before the door closes, and end up stealth locking. Which is why in Final they put holes there instead, with the triggers, because it's a lot harder to get back if you fall into a hole. You can still soft lock yourself most likely, but at least trying to make it a bit harder to do that accidentally. This room still exists with the spikes. For some reason they are Pacific Island spikes, by the way, instead of the India spikes, so that's a bit interesting. I wonder if that's a remnant of something. Never really paid attention to that, but it was like that in the previous versions as well. The other secret is down here. Yeah, you have a secret trigger, but only on this square for some reason. Which means you can absolutely enter here and grab all the items and never trigger this square. That's a bit awkward as well. And they did have the MP5 ammo under the... I'm not sure they were there yet. And also this is the old MP5 ammo model, which is the M16 ammo. So that was not changed yet either. And this is a secret trigger as well. Okay, so the secret triggers are there, but they're not working yet. Okay, no particular reason to play this. I'm going to play the quad chase, I think, just to test if... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's... Okay, we're going to check that. We're starting to have secrets in this level, and this is a different secret than final. Well, I wanted to test if we have the handbrake on the quad bike, but this is very interesting to check as well, because this crawling space does not exist in final. Instead, you have the crawling space up here in final, and this is a slope. Probably decided that this was too visible and put it up here instead. But now I want to check that. We're checking that, absolutely. And we'll have to check if the other secrets are there as well. Do we still have the sounds? Yeah, we do. River Ganges. Right. This is actually completely open. Actually, yeah, no, it's bugging a little bit because it's just high enough for Ara to go through, but she kind of refuses to move forward. It's a bit buggy. Those are the new MP5 clips. There's still the old M16 clips as well in the game. At this point, it looks like. Which is also interesting. We have both in parallel. Oh, I know why they removed that. Because you can make the quad bike fall in that, and then you're soft locked. That's the reason they moved it up there. Because then you can just fall here, and congratulations, you are soft locked. Different sound when backtracking. Okay. What is the key for? Going to see if I can find the key for the handbrake. Oh, it doesn't look like we have any. Right. Piranhas should be around here somewhere. Doesn't look like we have this secret yet. Oh yeah, I'm getting eaten by the piranhas, but the piranhas are missing. So that's probably the reason why we had the fishes not visible. Actually, we had the fish in tier view, but we didn't see them when we went into the underground passage in Lara's house. And that's probably because they're there, but the rendering is broken. Let's just check if the secrets are there. Because we still don't have this one in this room here. This is a secret. There's a bunch of items downstairs. Medpack, flares, and what's this? Shotgun shells. Maybe some other stuff. So that secret is here. What's the next one? Next one is on this bridge here. So there's still this hole here which they plugged in final, We have the Deagle ammo, which is still auto pistol model, and we don't have the secret here. What is this? Okay, we have something new here. Okay, I want to see this. This does not exist in Final, the secret. They moved a bunch of secrets, and that might be the same reason, because, well, I mean, you would have to try pretty hard, but you could get the quad bike in there, I guess. Somehow. I mean, you'd have to try pretty hard, to be honest. But yeah, this secret, this is the same secret you have here. With the same items as well. Uzi ammo, save game crystal, harpoons, and the same shape. But they moved it up here instead of down here. And you still have the emplacement for that. You can see the difference between the texture. This is where it was, exactly. So that's funny. And yeah, they ended up plugging that hole here. We have here. I want to check this. So that's another one I want to check. Other thing I want to check is, do you still have the bridges? Yes. And those bridges don't work with the quad bike, so I want to check if that's still the case. In the previous versions they didn't work. Okay, you still have the whole platforming here that they removed in Final. They put a ladder here instead. So that's still there. And you do have the secret over here. This one is like Final. And you have another secret over here, which is also a secret trigger, like Final. Alright, so no surprise here. Do you have the turn here for the end level in Final? I don't remember. I thought that was a direct path here. I might be imagining things. Yeah, no, it does the same thing. Right, so I just want to check that one secret then. And the bridges. Whoop. Good job, me. Oh yeah, not the first time that has happened, by the way. Can probably finish the level like that, because I can probably jump at the end. Unless I get stuck somewhere. I'm pretty sure you can't do that in Final, but there are places where you can fall with the quad bike in those prototype versions that are not actually killing the quad bike. Which is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, no, okay, at some point I jump and that kills me. Alright. Oh, I passed through that. I passed through that. I don't think you do in Final. Whoop. Good job, me. Let's try this again. That step doesn't exist in Final. They made this into a slope. Doesn't look like this version gives me all the weapons. Which is fine. Can you get the guns out? I'm not sure you could in the previous version get the guns out while crouched. There's not really anything that requires it, so that was not a problem. Button. They removed the slopes on the sides here, which we had in the previous version, so that's like final now. Yeah, this one is a bit treacherous. Right, so we still have the Deagle ammo here, but we also have this here. How do I even get all the way down there? Because that seems a bit far to grab the ledge. No, I can still grab the ledge. Okay. And so you get here, harpoons, use the ammo. So that's the same as the regular secret. Just no actual secret trigger that's working, unfortunately. Yeah, it still says 0. Oh, do we have all the items now? We do have all the items now. Okay, how do we get back up? I guess we shimmy around here. And we should have some way to jump back up afterwards. Here. Right, so we're... Oh, okay, that's actually a bit awkward. I need to be on this side so I have enough head clearance to jump. There we go. So we are at the point where they're starting to experiment with secret locations, and we have some secret locations that are not final, and that's going to be very interesting to look at. Okay, let's see if the bridges work this time. They probably don't, because they replaced those with stone ramps. Probably because they never worked. So you assume it's not going to work. Yep. Just doesn't work. Right. That's all we need for this level, I think. Open. Tony Boss. There shouldn't be much to see here. There's no secrets. We're starting to have some of the... we're still missing most of the snakes, it looks like. Most of the snakes and most of the triggers. And most of the items, I mean. So this is still working as intended, it's just a bit empty. Save game crystal, medpack. And Tony has the item, which I don't think he did in the previous version. So we might want to test that, see if we can grab the item. Do I have the correct one open? Oh, I'm still looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at the one from the previous version. 15, please. Maps. Tony Boss. There we go, that's more like it. Oh, start is wrong. I guess they were really wanting to test Tony, so we might just do that. Is there anything else to look at in the previous... Yeah, no, this is still mostly empty. Functional, but mostly empty. We could do that, see if Tony properly drops the item, and if the end level trigger works. Still missing items. There's 2 med packs, no grenade launcher at this point. Right, let's try that real quick. The boss fight worked in the previous version. Just didn't actually end the level. I think you could grab the stone and it just didn't end. You have no weapons. Missing the music. Good job, me. Yeah, no, he's not dropping the item. Oh, there it is. It's a bit on timer. And it does not end the level. So that's still not working properly. It does have a name. But yeah, still missing the end level trigger. Okay. What else? What's the next level on the list? So we do it in the same list as the level selector. Coastal Village. A few things we want to check here. File open. I have 2 level selectors open. We fix that. Shore.psx. Right, so they cut this in final. This side of the entrance. No big deal. Still no good indication of where the key is. They change that, they make it more visible in final. We have the secret. And it has a secret number, so maybe it works, this one. With the MP5 ammo here. So that one is final. Want to check that. If we can grab the key, we're going to check down there if the traps work. And it is still not water. And it doesn't look like we have the arrow dudes, the dart throwing dudes. We have the secret here, so we can check that as well. With just grenades. Oh, we have an arrow. No, that's a regular tribesman dude. Okay. Bull blade. Secret. Desert Eagle ammo. Old model for the Desert Eagle ammo, but yes. They now added this part of the geometry we didn't have in the previous version. However, what? Oh, they moved the Serpent Stone here! Okay. That's different because in Final they put it back here behind the waterfall with a different geometry for the waterfall. They are iterating on things here as well. Very interesting. Okay. What else? We still only have spearmen. There's trees outside of the map, but okay. So we're going to want to check that. We have the safe crystal down here. Do we have the medpack trap? Doesn't look like we do yet. Okay, this is closed. Like Final. Looks like we now have the proper fire trap here as Final, which we were missing. We now have the spikes here. This is getting really close to Final. Secret trigger here. What other secret do we have? No, that should be all, I think. This should be working properly. We're missing the crocodile in this water, I think. But otherwise, this should all be working properly. And we still have the end level trigger on the side here, rather than directly on this tile. Right, we can play this a bit. Let's see if the secret triggers work real quick. And I want to check the different serpent stone position. The village doesn't look like there's anything different aside from the working secrets. Right, so the key's here. Very much not visible. Does it have a name? Smuggler's key. I think we should have the names in most of the levels now. Lara properly snaps while keeping her rotation when she grabs an item, which she didn't in a previous version. She snapped on the rotation of the item instead. Different sound when climbing. Lara's sound. Still not getting any secret chime, because I'm pretty sure I've already stepped on the trigger. Not the final texture on the... And still not getting the secret here. Okay. Different texture on the MP5 clips. Okay, just want to check if the skeleton trap works. But we're not going to take this route. We're going to take the other one just to check the serpent stone. Tiny bit of force damage here. Yeah, there it is. Missing the sound. And yeah. Right. We still don't have the Pacific costume. We just have regular Lara costume. So that was also added really late, it looks like. Should be a spearman here. There. Oh, hello. Hi. You are not attacking me. Oh, now you are. Okay. That was weird. Oh, now we do have the arrow trap. This platform is slightly higher up in final. High enough that you can grab it, if I remember correctly. Let me just check directly the water. Right, so you have another platform here. And the Serpent Stone is here. Okay. They added spikes at the bottom in final, I think. Just to make it completely clear that there's no point in falling. Serpent Stone. Right. Okay, no point in playing any further than this, I don't think. Crash site. Crash site. Right. Okay, so this, alright. Do we have... We have the secret here. If I check geometry, that means both of... that means this and this are proper pillars. You can check that by checking the geometry. Still missing... There's a platform with grenades here that's missing. Have to get activated. Right. So we still have the little... Like, there's more dirt here in final. Doesn't change much, because you can still climb up here anyway. They don't give you the MP5 yet, and we do not have the soldier here, so same as the previous versions. We still have the opening on the side here. All of this seems to be the same as the previous version, no surprise. We still don't have the... I am open on the right one, right? Yeah, 10-15. There's flares here, but we still don't have the buttons at all. No, the flare here. We don't have the passage on the side around here. Oh, they give you the MP5 here. So that's a reason to go downstairs here. That's interesting. Because I don't think you have that in final. The MP5 is on the side where the T-Rex is. Like, they give you the MP5 here in final. I don't think it is... Oh, it is down here, here as well. So you can find it here if you want to. Right. Okay. Still the old textures here and the old texture here. No surprise. Still the old puzzle here. Kinda wonder if we can get this puzzle to work at some point. Trapdoor, trapdoor. Because this is a heavy trigger, heavy trigger. There is no heavy. There is a heavy trigger in the middle as well. So I kind of wonder. When I tried this last, it didn't work because the trapdoors were already fallen down. So I kind of wonder if we can make this work this time. Anything else we want to look for? This room, nothing particular, I don't think. Where are the secrets in this? There's a secret at the beginning. Ceiling. Yeah, there's a secret here. Where are the other secrets in this? Oh, there's a secret up here. Alright. Which I think is already the case in final. Yeah, secret up here. And what else? Pretty sure there's at least 3 secrets in this. Oh yeah, there's a secret up here. Do we have that? Yes, we do. Okay. So all the secrets are there. So basically the only thing I want to try is this thing. See if we can make this puzzle work. Ooh, sounds. So I can just go through. Oh no, I cannot go through this. They still don't put it immediately in your inventory. You have to grab the map. Oh, that's going to be an annoying sound. I might just... not this. Might just do that, so it's less annoying. Okay, that doesn't help anything. Duly noted. Oh, because it didn't save, I cancelled. Nope, that doesn't help. Right, well... So, secret. Oh! Okay. So this is MP5 ammo. Even though the world model is wrong, the pickup model is right. That's interesting. That's a bit weird, but okay. I am not rotated where I want to be rotated. What is Lara doing? Okay, Lara is rotating to the right when I'm moving back. That's weird. Also, can we please get here? Thank you. Yeah, if I do this... Okay, this works here. Didn't work on the platform earlier. getting louder. Oh boy. Yeah, I wanted to check this over here. They didn't really make it easier to go above the plane. Okay, the AI of the goons seems to be working properly. Just don't do a lot of damage. There we go. One thing I wanted to check is, do the goons drop ammo? Doesn't look like they do. Because they do in Final, they drop MP5 ammo. Yeah, no they don't, okay. So that's interesting. Also something they added late. Possibly after realizing that the dinos have way too much HP. For anyone's good. To get up here, please. There we go. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, that jump is annoying. Which is probably why they made it so you can climb directly from here to here. Man, those things have so much HP. I think they increase the damage those guys do against the raptors in Final. Also, Lara refuses to grab high on the ladder still. There's a raptor that spawns behind me, I think. Missing the rope still. Oh, we climb on this, right? Like this. To get the secret. So yeah, still missing the secret trigger. This is so annoying to shoot. There we go. Also high, but you can't reach me. We can jump on this. It doesn't give you anything, but you can. Oh, it does give you something. There's a med pack here. Right. So now we can access this. Piranhas are still invisible. Right. So we do have a different texture here, but that's not actually the one we're targeting. Because if I remember correctly, the heavy trigger is right onto this block I'm moving. So I'm not sure what the hint was supposed to be, to know where the center... Oh, that's... Okay, that's a hint. This one has a different texture. Right, so this time the trapdoor is not activated, which means that if the puzzle works, we should know this. Sorry for the annoying sound. I am not in charge of the fact that the game is making weird sounds. This should work when I pull this here, as far as I understand. Nope. Right. So I thought that was the proper location. Let me check TR view real quick. Because we have a heavy trigger here, we have one here, we have one here, here, and one under here. Those triggers here are just necessary for the trapdoor that are upstairs. So can I see anything on those triggers? Or rather, can I see anything on the trapdoors maybe? If I do item, heavy trigger, heavy trigger, heavy trigger, heavy trigger. So there's 5 blocks. So this is correct. And dummy is just this dummy trigger here. So there is nothing that really says which block is supposed to go where. It's just heavy triggers. Could be any block as far as I can tell, even though one of those has a different texture and I assume is supposed to go in the middle. It still doesn't seem to work. So that's a bit sad. Because heavy trigger just means you move a block on it. Maybe I move this one because this one starts on the trigger. So maybe I need to move it and back for it to work. Maybe it's just not registered because it starts on the trigger. We'll try that. If that doesn't work, we'll just get to the next level. They decided to scrap the entire idea anyway and just put a bunch of levers here. Have the levers spawn raptors. Oh, yeah, okay. That was it. That was actually it. It didn't work because the block starts on the trigger. Okay, now it's a bit annoying because I can't properly jump up here. So I actually need to move a block again just to be able to jump back up. So yeah, this puzzle is a bit awkward. Definitely understand why they decided to scrap this. And that spawns a raptor. Lieutenant Tuckerman. Right. That's all I wanted to check in this level. So... next level is Madubu. Let's see if... Yeah, I'm just going to open it real quick to check the secrets. But otherwise, we'll try to play Madubu properly. Rapids.psx. Because we haven't once been able to do the kayak as intended. As in climbing back up here in order to get to this room and play the level properly. We still have this column here and this trapdoor. Now there is the animated object here, which we didn't have. And they haven't put it in a separate room yet for the camera. In Final, there is a separate room with this item just for the animations when you press the switch. Okay. Okay, so this is not Final yet. In Final, this switch is more hidden. And on the side. We do not have the thing underneath here. Secret, yes. This seems to be as intended. They moved the switch on the side here. Yes, that was already the case a bit ago. This seems to be Final for the most part. This area is different, isn't it? Yeah, we're still missing the fire traps. And we have this leading to nowhere. It's even missing a texture. Right. Okay, let's try it. Don't think there's much else particularly interesting to check. One of those is a secret trigger in... Yeah, secret. So entering here is a secret, alright. As Final. River Ganges. No, wrong one. Madubu Gorge. Oh, we have the sound again. That's going to be annoying. We're missing the bats. Going from the side here. Let's just grab the first kayak and be on our way. Because what I really want to test is if the kayak works and we can do the second half of the level. Let's just jump directly here, yes. be able to like stand here, yes. Right. It's not the first time in the prototype we have this annoying background sound going on. I'm not sure what this is about. But this is quite similar to the one we have in Final, when you go in Arix Tech Mines, in the room where one of the mutants is, the very dark room with smoke everywhere. It smells a lot like this. So this might also be unintended in that Final room. In that room in Final, I mean. Alright. Missing the music. Do we have fall damage? Doesn't look like we do. Still can't grab this guy. Might be because I'm bad at video games, but also might be because you can't grab crystals from the kayak? Question mark? I don't know. Different sound on the wall blades that I heard. Oops, Mara, please. Or just go left. Yeah, no fall damage. Oh no, it's louder now. Alright, can we grab the secret? Can we grab the crystal? Last time I tried that, which was a couple versions ago, Lara bounced, like the crystal was at the back of the cavern, of the little tunnel here. So the kayak would bounce against the wall before you actually got in range of the crystal. So they moved it back, and you can grab it properly. Right. So this works as intended. Still not getting secrets though. Trigger is still not working. Right, so from here you want to climb over here, right? And that's where you systematically bounced against the waterfall here. And it looks like that's still not fixed. So I wonder when they're actually going to fix that. So far, none of the versions of this level have been playable. We are 1 month before release. A bit more than 1 month before release. So yeah, this little effect, I don't think we had that, the little amber effect at the when the waterfall and the water meet. We didn't have that. Right. As far as I can tell, we also do not have the fire traps on the monkey bars. So they added that later. Okay, let me save you from the sound. We do not have much else to see here. Next is Triboss, yes. Right, seems to be the same version as previously. No secret. The flip map completely removes this. There is no collapse. So this is final. This is the same as the previous one. This is not final. And it doesn't look like there's any surprise. Did they fix the buttons yet? Nope, they didn't fix the buttons yet. They're Tomb Raider 2 buttons, which is also funny. But yeah, there is nothing particular to see here. Still the Tomb Raider 1 block as well. A lot of placeholder stuff going on in this level. And we do have the spawn for the lizard, so this boss mostly works as intended. But I don't think it's particularly worth replaying this, because that's going to be the same as the previous one. What's next on the list? I think it's London. So we play this in the order of the level selector. No, it's Thames Wharf. Where is my selector? There it is. Roofs.psx. Right. Okay, so first change, they made this into something you can step on instead of a slope, which means you don't get soft locked by going down here. Okay. I didn't check last time if it was here. Oh, the key is here. I want to check the previous version. This is the secret. So this key is just a secret. But in final, that's the key that's up here, inside. And in this version, it's down here instead. I don't think this key does anything. Does it do anything? Doesn't even have a secret trigger, which is interesting. They were playing around with IEDs at this point as well. We don't have the secret on the side of this house. Checking if there's anything else I should care about. Yeah, so last time I wanted to check if this cleaner robot section worked properly, and the last time we played this, which was a couple of versions ago, we couldn't actually move the block properly because we were missing the little opening here. So you could pull it once, but then you couldn't go behind it to push it again, which means you couldn't do this puzzle. So interestingly, now you can. We might try that. I want to check on the previous version because I'm pretty sure I never tried to check if there's anything down here. In final, I think we have a ladder that goes a bit further down, and we have the crawling space here with a medpack. And this key is instead here. I can check that real quick. So again, iterating on the secrets. You know, it's not a ladder, but you have a medpack here instead. That's the same geometry. Oh, you have the ladder here. Right, ladder here. You can just go here and slide down because the end level trigger is here. And that makes a lot of sense. Secret over here. That's the bridge here. Yeah, I wanted to check on the previous version of this. At what point did they put the key here? Roofs. Okay, the key was already there on the previous version, on the 13th. Which does... I need to check, but this key doesn't do anything in Final, obviously. But it doesn't do anything in this version either. It shouldn't go anywhere. Let me check one version prior to that. Roofs.psx. Yeah, it was already here. It's been here for a bit, actually, it looks like. And then the previous one is going to be September, we're not going to have anything. Yeah, this is the very rough version of this, where there's nothing. There's literally nothing in this map. You start here and this is very bare bone. Right. Let me reopen the current version so I don't mess up where I was. One of the versions of this had a clock on the side of the church here, which they removed at some point. It's already removed in this version. Right. So let's play Thamesworth just far enough that we can check if the cleaner robot works. The rest of the level, the beginning of the level, we've already done it. It worked as far as the point where you had to get out of the crawling space. Still need to check if getting out of a crawling space works in this, by the way. I think I tried last time. Like, if I do this, does it work? No, it's still broken. So that means we still can't do the beginning of this level. Which is a bit hilarious. That this still doesn't work. It's been 3 different versions so far. The entire month of October, this has not worked. This has been broken. And it blocks so many things. Do we not have sounds? Or are the sounds broken in this level? Yeah, I guess the sounds are just broken in this level. Good to know. Yeah. My health. I need to crouch here for some reason. Is the fire making that sound? Possibly. The reason you have the music playing here is because when you get into the sound selector, it actually plays the first music in the track and you can use buttons to change the track for testing purposes. This is so loud. It's not this room that has the switch, it's the other one, right? Given that none of the sounds work, I might as well just mute the game. Because this is suboptimal. Right. Problem solved. If none of the sounds work in this level, might as well do that. Okay, we need to press the button once to fill this reservoir. That's better without the annoying sound for sure. Right, so last time we couldn't do that because this wouldn't work. Couldn't do anything underwater. Right, so that's in the other room. This way, please. Can I go, please? Thank you. This is also a bit awkward. Those things don't kill you, but they just block your path, and the collision is a bit awkward. Should heal. Might as well get the gun out. Because I think there's a dude here. I thought there was supposed to be a dude here. Might have imagined that. I think there's a rat in this corridor as well. In final. Right, so this thing. Right, so it turns around. And we want to keep moving the block, I think. Or is it in the other direction? I think it's in this direction. There's a button on the back of the room that activates the light. Doesn't particularly matter, but... Okay, they prevent you from pushing the block when the cleaner robot is in this area, which is good, and which is as final. Oh, I'm going to die. Yep. That thing goes fast. So I can push this once and then I need to take cover. Because this thing goes around. Might as well activate the light while I'm here. Button. Yeah, it can't go here, thankfully. Right on time. Is that good enough? Or do I need to put the block here, maybe? You know, it just goes straight in front of it. Let me let this guy come here. Right. Just passing. Nope. Camera going through the the item we want to destroy. I'm going to die. No. I think we're fine. Okay, is it on this side? No, it's on the other side. I think. Oh no, maybe I need to move it here. Okay, it's coming back here. If I push this here and then on the right, I don't remember exactly where I'm supposed to move it. Like this makes you go back. And if I pull this here, because it's stuck in a loop here. I don't remember the proper way to solve this. Yeah, it is stuck on the loop here. So what if I move it back here? What happens? Yeah, okay. There we go. So the puzzle works. That's mostly what I wanted to check. Might as well finish the level because we never finished this level properly, I think. So climbing here should lead straight to the button. They make this texture higher res in Final, I think, the ladder texture here. No camera hint for this. Hello. So you go over here. And you go over here. Hello. Should have another dude here, I think. No, we already killed the dude. And this button should open the trapdoor. I think. Maybe. But it also empties the water. Right? Right. So we want to... Up. Is there still the action and control makes you grab the... No, they removed that. Action and control does not make you grab the monkey bar. Although it looks like... Yeah, this is the final animation. They fixed the animation. So they haven't fixed the sprint yet, but they fixed the monkey bar. This is the final animation, I believe. Well... There's barbed wire down here. What? Excuse you? Do we have that in Final? What? I never noticed that. Probably to prevent people from doing exactly what I just did. Do we have that in final? No, we don't. But also, it's a lot deeper. Right. They made it deeper in final. Yeah. So that you would just die from the fall instead of dying from the barbed wire. Barbed wire is a bit of an awkward thing to have here. So I fell because reasons? Question mark. Probably because this is tagged as monkey bar even though it shouldn't be. Although that's also the case here, to be fair. Not sure how that works. Anyway, let me try this again, but it looks like the monkey bar is broken, so I can't actually progress. So we won't be able to see the end of this level. Because she just dismounted the monkey bar for no reason. It wasn't me releasing the button. I might try to shimmy on the side. Yeah, she just drops here. There are squares when I survived, though. It looks like there's not barbed wire everywhere. So it looks like I might survive this. I might be supposed to survive this. Like, can I just jump directly into this? I feel like I should be able to. Yeah, I can. Okay. But if I do that, I'm soft locked because the water is not going to be high enough in the final room. Because for some reason that is an actual flip map. Yeah. We end up stuck here. Unless I can climb to the end from here. I want to go up here. I don't think I can. So is there anything that prevents you from doing what I just did in final? Yes, there is. There's bias all the way, so you can't actually jump. Like, this is too far. Aha. So now the problem is, yeah, I'm soft locked because once I'm here, basically this room is supposed to be filled. Well, this reservoir is supposed to be filled with this flip map. And as a result, this room is also filled. And you can access the exit. For some reason, this is a flip map. And it has two versions. An empty and a not empty. Also, the roof is slightly different when you do that. Also for some reason. And yeah, because I dived directly into this, this is lowered and I cannot finish the level. Unless there's a ladder somewhere. But no, it doesn't look like there is. I'm going to try. Maybe this is a ladder, but it shouldn't be. I'm not sure what all the colors mean in TRView. Where's the exit? I'm going to try to see if I can climb this, but probably not. Wrong side. That would be here. Yeah, no, it's not. Alright. Alright, well, we're not finishing this level then. If the monkey bar doesn't work and this soft locks us, at least it looks like that's something they figured out and fixed in final. Right. Next level is... And yeah, there's no reason to play it in theory. Oh, didn't load the correct one. Give me a sec. I think open. No, we were trying to open the correct one. I was trying to open All Hallows, but there's probably no reason to do that because, hey, Frenchie, what's up? Good morning, good morning. There's no reason to open St. Paul because, again, getting out of crawling spaces is bugged. So we can't grab the key, we can't finish the level. I don't expect this level is going to be massively different, and trying to load it in TierView crashes TierView anyway. So I think this one is going to go on the side. I don't expect... Okay, this is different. I was going to say, I don't expect this level is going to be different. I am immediately wrong. Right, so they were toying with this at some point, and this is also new. Right, let me open the final version of this as well. So they were iterating, but they were iterating on the start of this level. This level is pretty much final otherwise. Sewers. You are not loaded on the correct ones. Can you... I will have to quit both of them, I think. Give me a sec. OBS has trouble when you have twice the same program open at the same time to actually figure out which one is which is a bit annoying. Can I maybe change views? And yeah, no, that's not going to work, I think. Okay, let me try this. Sewer here. Okay, now this is working. Right. And if I go in here, here, there we go. Right. So in final, you have this little opening here with like a garage door and shotgun. In this version, you have this room, which is like the same kind of textures you have in the Freemason area here, which is also similar to the texture we have in the church in All Hallows. For some reason, there is a slope here, which is very interesting because previous version of that we also had this kind of texture, but there was nothing behind the door. If there's a slope here, they were maybe thinking of putting a level transition here, but then how would you come back here? And you also have this, which looks like it would be the level transition from All Hallows, like you would start the level here. Which, why not? But then again, all those, in this case, all those slopes mean nothing. So maybe they were toying around with some ideas. I don't know. We still have the old stairs model. I'm going to start it just to see what this looks like. Kind of want to check if there's any trigger attached to this. Door doesn't exist in final, it's just a flat texture. Items. Yeah, no, this doesn't have any activation. Alright. Anything else changed on the level? I need to check if the trains work. Because so far, at no point have the trains worked. Still missing the passage in the middle here. And level trigger down here. And one thing I wanted to check might be different. Yeah, with this is still open. And it's still missing the little passage here with the button to reset the train. Otherwise, no surprise. Do we have the secrets? Because we're starting to have some secrets. No, it doesn't look like. Missing the secrets here. I don't remember where the other ones are, but I don't expect we're going to see them. Right. Let me just check what this door is about. And maybe now I can reactivate the sound without destroying our ears. Let me get the sound back. There we go. New game. All Hallows, there's no point, as we said. Oh, there's the sound again. Right, so this door, with the slope behind. And here, we also have this passage, which might be an alternate level start. Why is it so loud? Like you would come from All Hallows from here instead of falling down the shaft. So yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to test the train. Let's get back in there, despite the sound. We still have the fire here. Why is there a barrier here? That's weird. That's a bit out of place. Alright, do the train works. Nope. That train didn't even spawn. Or did it spawn behind the wall? It might spawn behind the wall here. So of course the light changes in the flip map, so that's going to fuck up the entire level if you don't die here when that happens. Rats. Let me check the other side. But yeah, all the triggers are broken as a result. So I don't expect anything will happen here, because again the triggers are broken. Yeah. Yeah, the trains don't work anyway. Right, Lutz Gate. We still can do Lutz Gate because, again, crouch, getting out of a crawling space doesn't work. So this level is still not doable. Let's see what they changed in it. They added the air pocket here, which we were missing last time. Still have that weird piece of geometry in the cave here. You still have the stalactites, which I think they remove in final. Mostly missing the items on the sides as well. We have the crocodiles, I think. I've seen one. No, it doesn't look like we have the crocodiles in the water at this point. Last time this was blocked, so we might be able to go explore this. Even though we can't progress in the level, we can at least skip and get into here. Did they add the... Right, they added this to prevent me from doing exactly what I'm going to do anyway. Can probably do it from jumping from here, which is skip this part and jumping into the water. So that's that little part of the geometry with the barbed wire that was missing last time. Okay, so we should be able to go in here. And we will still be blocked when it comes to go here, because, again, getting out of a crawling space. So we're going to get stuck here as well. Anything else I want to look at? So we won't be able to see any of this, unfortunately. The puzzle seems to be pretty much complete. The entire labyrinth here seems to be pretty much ready for consumption. Texture here are different, but otherwise... yeah. I wanted to check something, I don't remember what. Yeah, no, let's just jump into it. We'll figure it out. And there's still the sound. Oh yeah, did they remove the jump pad? I need to check that. I'm going to take damage here. That's fine. Wasn't too bad. Jump pads. Where is... it's over here. Okay, not only there's still... oh no, they removed the jump pad part of this. There's a texture, but it doesn't look like... okay, so this is transitioning away from the jump pad of this. They're going to simplify this room in final. So they are starting to remove those. Which is a shame, because that is so much better than climbing a ladder for 2 minutes. So yeah, they're going to simplify this room into this instead, where you have the double ladder here. And you have a secret on the back here. In this version, you still have the geometry you had. You can climb manually as well. They added those platforms so you can actually climb all the way manually without using the ladder at all, it looks like. So we might want to check that out. Might just check that out real quick. I need to press the button here. Right, so previous version, this was a jump pad. Unfortunately, it's not anymore. So this is a ladder. And you can just climb all the way, which is what you have to do in Final. But here, we still can just do climbing on the platforms instead. Why is it even louder now? I'm going to cut the sound of the game again. Didn't do that in the other levels, so I'm not sure why it does that in in the London levels. There must be another sound that's trying to loop at this stage, and the sound is not correctly set up, so it loops something else, and a very annoying one. So yeah, you can just climb without using the ladder at all. Which, okay, why not? Which, to be honest, is probably faster. And that gets you up here. Right. And now you're soft locked because of the puzzle in the Egyptian room. Okay. So now should be able to just do this, I think. Yes. So that's a skip, which you can still do in Final. So, well, this is not a proper skip, because in Final, if you do that, you get soft-locked, because there's a guard that's supposed to spawn here, and that has a key that you need to finish. And since this guy never spawns, and you cannot go back to make him spawn, you get soft-locked. Why are those Tino's doors? Huh. There we go. Wrong doors for this. Do we still have the sound? Yes. Bit less loud this time. Whoop. Lara. Please don't do that. Please don't phase out of the level. Looks like we still have the animation for bonking on the walls. Can I fire? No, we don't have the harpoons on this yet. So it looks like that's something they added late. Air. Air, please. There we go. So this wall is open because probably I fucked up the flip maps. But this wall should be closed if I have this FPV. This UPV. Okay, in which order do we do this puzzle? Okay, I want to see if this puzzle works. I'm going to kill this dude first. I need to get out and get the harpoon gun. They have crocodiles here in Final. For some reason. There we go. Drop a save. Okay, where do we start this again? There should be a switch down here. Yes. Do we get camera hits? Yes. Okay, very nice. Okay, the boundary for actually getting back on the UPV is better in final. Let's put it that way. Okay, where is this now? Down here, I think? This is already a maze in final. Yeah, down here. Texture are different than final in this corridor, I think. Right, I know where this is. There's a med pack in this corridor in final as well. Can I please? There we go. The struggle is real. I'm going to run out of air. Wrong way. Definitely going to run out of air. Oh, I did not. I lied, apparently. Forward, I believe. It's nice that it's color-coded, at least. That definitely helps. Can I leave the UPV, please? There we go. Right. So yeah, this is final. The puzzle is exactly as it is in the final version. It took them a lot of iterations to get there. This level, man, this level has seen iterations. But they got there. This spawns additional scuba divers in final. Now you can just climb this. There we go. And now it's even louder. Okay, there is a switch on the water in final to shut off the fire. Last time we managed to get here. Yeah, and it looks like this time neither. We don't have the switch. Ow. Going to shut down the sound again. Do we have a button somewhere? Oh, there's water particles going on. Okay, let me check in TeamView if there's supposed to be anything that shuts down the fire. Or if we're supposed to dodge the fire. Fire item. Okay, there's anti-triggers for when you leave the room, which is normal. Switch. Oh, there's a button here. And I think that's where it was last time as well. And I had to check in TeamView and I already forgot that it was here. In final, you do not have this button here, but you have a switch underwater here instead. Which is why I get confused. I get confused easily. Right. Might be timed. Some of those slopes are not sloped in final and have some items on them. Right, here we have the pistons. Oh, there's 2 pistons here. That's sneaky. The last one is a double. That's not the case in final. So you have to sprint this, basically, I think. No, even sprinting is not enough. Might have to jump this or something. My health is also not great, which does not help. Yeah, that still kills me. Yeah, that's mean. Honestly, that's just mean. Let me heal. Okay, probably not the best way to do that, but that worked. And now we just get soft-locked again. Going to get a flare out so we see the exit. So they are a bit mean because you need a flare to actually see that there's the opening here, which is progress and not a secret. I think it's lit up in final. You can actually see it properly. But yeah, I'm just going to get soft-locked here because we cannot get out of crawling spaces. Lara is stuck. And that's all for this level. That is as far as we go. Yeah, let's see if the boss fight works. Don't think there's any continue reason to load that interior view. This is a short level. We still have the annoying sound. Still have don't any fish in the fish tanks because the fish do not work properly in this version. Still have this anti-chamber. Won't be able to get the secret again because crawling. Last time I tried to do this, the final trigger worked but crashed the game. Oh, we have sounds. Very nice. And we have Sophia laughing. So this is getting closer to final, definitely. Those are the final scepter sounds. I'm going to need health. Okay, now the trapdoor is required because they raised up the platform behind me. This platform I'm standing on. We were able to just jump on this platform without the trapdoor last time. Sophia's hitting her triggers. We have the crawling space here as final. So yeah, this seems to be pretty much complete. Except, yeah, the location of the box has changed again. Please hit the box. Yeah, and it still crashes the game. Okay. Noted. Well, it freezes the game, hard locks it. The sounds still work, but that's as far as we get as well. They moved the power box. It was a bit more on the left last time, and in final they move it on your side of the bridge, which has the advantage of Lara not trying to aim at Sophia at this point, so that's also a bit smoother in terms of gameplay. Right. So that was London. Anything we want to check in Nevada? Let's just check in TRView. I guess we just want to check if the secrets are here. That's pretty much the only thing we care about, because the rest of the level is finished. Nevada.psx. Missing the med pack here. Do we have the... We do not have the F117's flybys yet. That's something they also added late. So I have this block. Decided to remove that later. We still have those textures here, which they changed to... And we still have the old ladder textures as well. So it looks like that's pretty much the same version as the last one we played. Still missing the secret here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else particular to look at. This is the same version as the last time we played this. This has not changed, as far as I can tell. High security compound. Where did we get stuck last time? I don't remember. This seems also awfully close to final. To the last time we played. Proper texture here. We're starting to have some proper textures. Still place all the textures on the blocks. This is closer to final as well. We have the proper table meshes here. How does it look like in final? So the texture in this area are not final. The arrangement of the tables is different. This room is smaller, I think. Yeah, this room is smaller in final. They just cut this part we have here. Which, to be fair, they might as well. It doesn't add anything. We still have the three dudes here. There's a wrong texture here. Missing the med pack. We still have the fans here, which they removed in final, but we have the proper textures. So it is getting there. This is one of the level that looks like they finished it very late. Block puzzle is still not the same as final. Still don't have the proper textures for the hand switch here. Random turret that they removed in final. They added the door. And this guy having the card. This door was missing last time. Anything else? Yeah, aside from texture work. Okay, we have this... No, I was going to say we have this puzzle working. No, this is the same as last time. There's no puzzle here. Just jump above the lasers. So again, texture work has been done here. Ah, yes. We had to skip this last time because this button was actually behind this console here and you couldn't reach it. So we might be able to get the radar to move away now. Looks like they started adding the massive circuit board textures, which makes zero sense, but there it is. They also moved the puzzle block here, the puzzle plug, into the scrolling space as final, but that also means we can't do this because we'll have to go into the scrolling space and then get back out, and that's going to be a soft lock. Missing the secrets here. There's probably not much reason to play this, because we're going to get soft lock there anyway. Right. Okay, so we have all the way here. We have this door proper with the deagle. So this was there last time already. It was in the previous version that it didn't exist. We have dogos as well. There's a lot more dudes here. This guy has the plug. There's a slot here. What? Why? Is this the placeholder? This might be a placeholder for the hand button, the hand scanner. Okay, we have a truck model, which interestingly enough is blue, like the inside, whereas in Final the exterior is green, but the inside is blue. So the blue inside is actually a remnant of this version. Or am I imagining things? No, it's blue in Final. Okay, I'm making things up. I thought. Anything else to look at here? We're missing the pushable block that we have here in Final. And there's like a hole here with pickups in Final that we're missing as well. And I think that's it. So, since we can't finish this level anyway because of the plug in and since it doesn't look like they added the secrets, probably not much point in playing this. We'll play the next version of this, most likely. Keycard. I kinda want to see if the prisoners are less useless in this version, so we might want to play that at least. Oh yeah, I reset so I don't have sound, because it starts with no sound for some reason. There we go. Okay, the prisoner seems to be working. Let's see if they work properly against the gun guy as well, because the gun guy absolutely mauled down my prisoner last time. Oh, there's two prisoners here. There's two MPs here, that's right. There's only one in Final. There's a lot more enemies in this version and the previous one as well. They cut a bunch of enemies in Final. Door sound is not... Oh, there's another MP here, what? Oh no, that's another prisoner. Right, so aside from the blocks and the doors, we're a lot closer to final textures. Lara, please. Thank you. Let's see if this trapdoor works properly this time. Yes. Okay. So they fixed this. Previous version and the versions before that, you step on that trapdoor, it just made you fall to your death. Now it properly activates with this switch. And I should be able to shimmy to the ladder. The lighting is also correct. This looks very close to final. Alright, I can't do that. For some reason it refuses to do that. This is going to be a problem, actually. Because I can't fall on the barbed wire. I can fall in this corner, that's fine. How do I do this? Okay, that works. Not the intended way, but I'll take it. Hey! Final switch texture, as far as I can tell. You know, I need my prisoners to do their job. Let's see if they can, because they couldn't last time. They just all got killed. I'm also not supposed to have my guns, so... Okay, this works better. Apparently they're leaving this guy alone. For some reason. Key 1. So this does not have a proper name yet. What did I want to check, aside from that? I just wanted to check if the prisoners actually do their job. That's probably enough for this level. The rest we've already seen. Area 51. Okay, we have the proper start. I think that's the first time we have the proper start. With the back of the truck. We do not have the secret room here. We have the alarm trigger here. That's new. Which should close this trapdoor. We can try. Check if that's still the case. Oh yeah, it summons the doggos as well. So we have the doggos here. We do not have the hidden passage with the grenade launcher here. What else? We have the inside of the UFO, and last time we couldn't climb into the last room of the UFO. Where are we supposed to climb here? Yeah, we couldn't climb because we didn't have this slope here, so it was too high. We should be able to finish now. So we can go play this level, and also we have the aliens behind the glass here, which we didn't have last time. All right. Do we have... No, we don't have the room with the orcas. Okay, they added this room now, which we didn't have last time. And they added this shortcut down here. Okay. So starting to get the few pieces that we're still missing to get this level complete. We're just missing the secrets now, pretty much, as far as I can tell. So yeah, kind of think we're going to test this. Yeah. Hey Perplex, what's up? Yep, we're doing geek things. It's really funny how we're like 1 month and a half before release, and you have to keep in mind this is 1998, so you kinda need a couple weeks to send the game to the people that are going to print all the discs at some point and get the disc into all the retail stores. Like, you probably want a couple weeks to do that, maybe 1 week minimum. And this is 1 month and a half, and there's still so much that's broken and missing. I can imagine the rush hours. There's still so much that they're toying around and trying to make work. And they're starting to cut some of the ideas that didn't work as well. Right, so you do start properly in this for the first time. In the truck. We have the med pack here. Like, for example, the preview on the bottom right, they're going to cut it eventually. At this point, it's still here, but it doesn't work for all the... they don't give you the MP5 here, they do in Final. It doesn't work for all the key items, which is why they ended up removing it. Does this just activate the lasers? Okay, this doesn't do anything. Yeah, none of this does anything. Oh no, there's a laser now. Is it? Yeah, there's a laser. Barely see it, but it's here on the floor and it kills me. Right. This is removed from being a label that says armory into just the shape of a firearm, which has the advantage of you don't need to translate if it's just an icon, which is probably why they decided to remove that. Not going to grab all the items. There's fewer items here in Final. Lara, please. I'm trying to go around the corner. Thank you, Lara. Okay, she's not aiming at the dude. Is he going to activate the alarm? He did activate the alarm. Nice. I don't think I tested that last time. There's a laser here? I don't think we have a laser here in Final. Also, the pistols are still here, in case you missed them in the first room, as this is a remnant from where this was supposed to be where you lose your weapons. So they give you the pistol in the first armory room, and if you miss them, they give them the pistols. They give you the pistols here. Alright, so let's let this dude downstairs activate the button. I think he has. Yeah, that spawns the doggos. Where did he go? Oh. So in Final, this also shuts down one of the trapdoors, one of the crawling space downstairs, which has been turned into a secret. Yeah, they didn't do that yet. Right. Bunch of items on the side. Nothing to see here. Too lazy to go into the crawling space. This is a lot better when we're in a level that doesn't have annoying sounds in the background. There's still a rocket here for some reason. They removed this one in Final. I need the disc. You'd think after playing this level so many times, including in all the demos, because this level has been in all the demos, I wouldn't know where I'm supposed to go. Well, I enjoy seeing how the levels are put together and all the changes they did, and in particular what I like to do a lot is finding all the stuff they cut during development and that has left traces in the final product. For example, sometimes you have little dead ends with nothing in them, little rooms that have nothing in them that are left over in Final. And those rooms actually had something at some point in development. It's interesting to see why this room exists, because it actually made sense at some point. I fucked up. And there's actually a lot of this, because again, they make those games in like 1 year. So there's a lot of stuff that's rushed and iterated over. And that's why you have sometimes those leftover things. We don't have the secret here yet.
Yep. It is clunky, but it works very well, and it was like designed to be clunky. If you listen to the interviews of the devs, the main influence for the jumping mechanics, the animation and all that, was Prince of Persia, the classic one, the 2D one. MS-DOS, Amiga and all that. And it had very deliberate animations with a very fixed start and a fixed end, and once you start the animation you cannot interrupt the animation. And that was the main influence for Tomb Raider's animations. It was even more clunky in early prototypes of Tomb Raider 1, where, for example, when you were doing a forward jump like this, she actually took the time to get her hands to her back and then move forward. Like, the animation was more complete, longer, and that made it more clunky, but that meant you had to time your jumps properly, your animations. They did cut some of that, but that's still the main inspiration. Being clunky was the point. Yes, but well, Tomb Raider 1 was a launch title for the PlayStation 1, so this was literally the very beginning of 3D games. Didn't get more early than this. Well, it did get more early than this. If you had some pseudo 3D games, for example, how's it called? The Do a Barrel Roll game. What's the name again? They haven't textured this room yet. That was on the SNES. But yeah, PlayStation 1 is where you really started to have games, to have a console that's really built to do 3D. And Tomb Raider 1 was a launch title for that. So they were figuring stuff as they go along. Oh, there's a few more people that come over, and there's also old-timer of Tomb Raider that, like level builders and all that are also figuring things out. I had a few level builders, people that make TRLs, that make fan-made levels. Come over sometimes. And yeah, we do discover things together. Those are also people that played those games thousands of times, and we still discover new stuff like this. There is at least one user-made level that uses the prototype version, one of the earliest prototype version of this level we're playing right now, as a template for a user-made level, where they took the ideas from the prototype and expanded on that. Yeah, not everyone is interested in that stuff, but I do like that kind of stuff. I watched a lot of people dismantling the old Half-Life 2 beta as well, and Half-Life 1 pre-release stuff. It's always interesting to see how development works. What the stuff they wanted to do, decided they didn't want to do, they decided to cut for various reasons. Usually very good reason, by the way. Like, you don't cut stuff because you're lazy. You cut stuff because it doesn't work properly. Because sometimes you just can't make those things work and you have to move along. Sometimes it's just bad ideas. One thing that's also nice when you go through all of this is sometimes there's pieces of different levels that end up mishmashed together in different configurations. And that's also very interesting. You're like, okay, this piece of a level, in Final it's somewhere else. And they did something completely different with it. But that started this way. And that's also interesting. I really like that kind of stuff as well. Oh, I'm 35. Changes every year. Alright, so here we finally have this computer that requires the disk, which we didn't have in the previous version. So yeah, when Tomb Raider 1 released, I was like 5. And I did play this on a Windows 95 computer. I can probably just jump down here. Okay, so we still do not have... Yep, don't have the secret room anyway. Okay, does this have a name? Or is it still key 1? Key 1. Oh, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. I've seen people play and make custom levels for Tomb Raider that were not born when Tomb Raider 1 was released. So you'd be surprised. But yeah, a lot of people are people that just played this when they were in their teens or something like that. Sometimes you've got older people as well. Like some of the people that make TRLs for this are like 40. So yeah, there's quite a variety. Saw that coming, but couldn't interrupt. Right. So basically, as far as I can tell, we're going to finish this to see that if everything works, including inside the UFO. But aside from the secrets and the missing model for the hand scanners, we are final on this, which is not surprising because this is the first level they worked on, so it's not surprised that at this point they figured it out. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm just going to grab the monkey bar. So yeah, there's one guy that made a TRLE based on early version of this level. I would like to see more of that. More people making custom levels, taking failed IDs from the prototype versions of the game. Take those failed IDs and do something with them. Because there's a lot of interesting stuff that they had to cut sometimes. Rocket. Is it on this? I think it's on this side. No, it's not on this side, is it? Yeah, it's not on this side. One of these days, I'll know exactly what I'm doing. Not today, apparently. Ah, please. There you go. So this trapdoor being open or closed is a flip map, and again, you can do flip map shenanigans to skip this entire thing. In Final, at least. I don't know how this works, but I know this is a thing that exists. Ah, please grab. She has a problem grabbing the top of ladders in all those prototypes. Ten-year gap. So you were not born when Tomb Raider 1 was released. That's the wrong model for this. Preview model. Because I just grabbed grenades and that was the preview model for a plug, so yeah. Preview models are fucked. We still have the barbed wire down here. This guy gives us the disc. Code clear. Oh, it has a name. As opposed to the keycards. This opens up the shortcut. Don't run into the barbed wire, please. And now this is the first time this tunnel actually exists in any of the prototypes. So this is open, and now we can get to the UFO again and get inside. Let's see if the end trigger works, because so far none of the places where you grab an artifact and that's supposed to end the level have worked. Right, so in Final this also opens this door here, which leads to the pool where the orcas are. Now this also opens this door, which was opened by default previously. We have a medpack in the corner here. Yeah, it's not bad, but I'm also running this at double resolution. Because I'm running this on an emulator. So if I were to run this as normal, it would look like this. which, well, with video compression, I'm not sure you can tell the difference. But yeah, this is a bit rougher, as it was originally on the PlayStation. Alright, so this works. There should be a dude here. And now you can climb here, which we couldn't do last time because we were missing a slope. The alien is not growing that much in final. We have dudes ambushing us. And yeah, we just grab the thing. And it doesn't end the level. We're still missing those triggers. Every time we can pick up an artifact, it should end the level, and we're missing that. Right. I'm going to put the graphics back to ×2. There we go. Okay, next level is going to be... I think we go straight to Antarctica after this. We've done the other ones. What time is it? Yeah. Since I was doing this in the order of the level selection list here. Yeah, that would be Antarctica. So we still won't be able to play Aurix Tech Mines because we cannot get out of crawling spaces. From what I've seen in TR View, they remade the interior of the ship here. Okay, still the old color on the Zodiac. This is lagging a bit. We still have the little icebergs that they removed in final because the boat just goes through them. Still missing the secret with the key and the inside of this. We still have the Orca with the camera hint, which is nice. Probably not going to finish this because there's not really any point, but I want to see the inside of the boat. I mean, they can because they did the remasters. So thanks to the remaster, it's a pretty nice way to play those old classics. I'm going to die. Where do you get out of the water here? Like, remasters are not always good, like good products in the end. The Tomb Raider remasters are pretty okay. Well, you can play the original graphics because you have a toggle on the remaster. You can toggle the graphics on and off, and that's actually pretty nice because that's really good if you want to compare between old and new. I really like that feature. Most remaster games have that nowadays. I think Halo Anniversary did that first. That was the first remaster that was running the old game in the background and had this graphics toggle. And that, I really love that feature. Okay, we didn't have the monkey bars here last time. We had a series of platforms to get on top of the ship. So that is also final now. Those guys are still so tanky. There's a button here in Final to open the trapdoor. Oh, there it is. That's a switch. Missing the texture for the switch. That opens this. And instead of having the giant holes here, you have a... Oh, this guy is just running against the wall. Good job. Well, there are people that like playing retro games. Even games that they weren't born when they played them. Retro gaming is still a pretty big thing, and even for young people sometimes. So there was a ramp here in the previous room, which they apparently removed. Right, that works. As final. Where do I get out here? Yeah, there was a ramp in this room. Why did they decide to remove it? I have no idea. Oh, we have the secret over here. Let me try that. I can jump on this platform. I can jump here. And this little passage was not there last time. I'm not going to go in there because if I go in there I won't be able to get out. But we should have a rocket in here. I can probably check that real quick. Antarctica.psx. Yeah, there's a rocket here. It's not even a secret, but it's here. As it is in Final. We have this safe crystal here. And again, there is an opening here, but they haven't done anything with that yet. They will put a secret later on in Final. And that's pretty much all I care about here. Because the rest of the level is working. Was already working. There's not much to see here. There is still a save game crystal here instead of the key. In Final you have a key which opens this little building here and you have a secret inside. That's it. RX Tech Mines, we're going to have a look, but we can't do anything because, again, at the very beginning you have a crawling space you have to get out of, and that doesn't work in this version. We still have this little corridor, which is the bottom of the elevator shaft. They moved the button that was here, they moved it here. And in Final they will remove this portion completely. Otherwise, still missing secrets because there's a secret behind here. And not much else. Still missing the texture of in the middle of the rail, where in every section where you have to climb a slope there's a little rail in the middle for the engine to grab on. What else? This is still missing textures. Still missing a door as well, so like, and missing a bunch of stops to get out of the water so you don't ice up. So that's still missing. Last time there was, yeah, it's still there. So that's the same version as the previous one, aside from the entrance. So you have this crowbar here, which should not be here, which is a duplicate. You still have this wench piece that is in the water in final. So yeah, that's just same as the previous version. No reason to play this. I don't think there's any reason to play City of Tinos either, because that is pretty much, that was already pretty much final last time we played this. Missing the secret up here with the invisible platforms. So we have the falling block, which gets triggered by the switch down here, I believe. Which they moved because at some point it was the switch. It was a switch down here in this little room, in the water room. So we've already seen that. That was in the previous version. We are still missing the push block puzzle here with an item behind. So yeah, same as the previous version as far as I can tell. Look at this room. Switch and switch, yeah, okay. This switch here starts a timer for the door down here. Yeah, we're missing a spawner of... they didn't have the idea of spawning wasps yet. So we're missing a spawner here. And we're also missing a spawner behind this. Oh no, it is wasp spawn. Okay, so they just haven't put them everywhere yet. And yeah, this is final otherwise, aside from the little details. Let's check if the final boss works. And that will be it for today, I think. There's still a couple versions after that. Sure, man, thanks for hanging out. No problem. I'm going to finish soon anyway. Right, let's see if the final boss still works. Because last time... Okay, it is the proper size now. Last time it was the wrong size and it was not attacking, so clearly it was just here for testing purposes. But did you kill me this time? Okay, no, you're just patrolling. Oh no, you are attacking now. There we go. Right. We just pistols, this is going to take a bit. But it should spawn me the other weapons at some point. As it does. Oh yeah, this is... Tomb Raider... Oh, they should kill me. Oh, now this kills me, okay. It's worse in Tomb Raider 2 because there's an entire part of a level with actual giant spiders. Okay, can I just grab the item? And get going? Because grabbing the item made the game freeze. Yep, that's still broken. Okay, can I take the ladders? Because the ladders didn't work last time. Okay. So we might be able to do something with that. Yeah, except the enemy kills me, but... Be nice if the game decided to spawn me the weapons. Okay, I don't want to check if I can just leave without grabbing the items. I don't know what happens in the final game if you try to leave without grabbing the items. Because in theory there's nothing stopping you. Aside from possibly the monster killing you on the way out. Which might be the actual problem. I never tried, so it's possible that they just script it so that you just get killed trying to leave. Okay, save this, and we're going to try to leave while it's down. I probably won't have time. This ladder by itself is probably taking too much time and it's going to kill me. Okay, this doesn't work. I remember testing that last time. Yeah. Let's try to backflip instead. Sure, man. Thanks for watching. I will probably not be there next weekend, but weekend after that. Same slot. This way. Let's try this again. I think I need to not turn away. If I do a regular backflip, I end up on the platform. Possibly. Like if I do this. Yeah, that works. Okay, that killed me. Okay, that works. I can get here without getting killed. I'm probably going to get killed on the way out, though. See ya, man. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm probably going to get killed on the monkey bars here. Well, I just got intercepted. Yeah, because you have to monkey bar this. And you can't even tank that with medpacks because that's an instant kill. Now, I don't think I can just long jump this. Yeah. So that's probably what happens. You have to kill this guy because he's always going to intercept you, at least on this sequence, with the monkey bars. So yeah, since grabbing the item is a freeze, we can't go any further. So that's going to be all for today. So probably no stream next weekend and more of this the Sunday after that. And more XCOM 2 again the Sunday after that. There's a couple more prototypes we can play. It's probably going to go pretty fast because most of the levels are finished. We're probably just going to check if they fixed a few levels that are not finished yet and when they did they start adding the secrets. And I think after that, we still have some Tomb Raider 4 prototypes, but I think I'm going to switch to some TRLs as a break from prototypes, and then we will play Tomb Raider 4 prototypes. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and see you next time. Take care.